Welcome everyone, Rowdy is back, and I think I'm losing my voice, but I'll get through this. Not rewards, shop. I bought the first 4 tiers, which will give you enough badges to get 1 complete Medal of Summoning, which is 160% spell damage for all troops in the current event. I keep doing this, even when I'm playing. Anyways, I will explain the scoring on this. Ancient Horrors, you get 2 of the rewards. Sathoth, Tzatoth, gives you 3. Cthyrzyx gives you 3. Aberoth gives you 4. Vash, Dagon, which I've run across like 3 times, will give you 6. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice. Tome of Evil will give you 5, but there's some formula 1.18 something, and then there's also 20%. Every level you go up, you get 20% more, so you always want to choose the Tome of Evil fight if you can. So I'm going to show you my team, and we'll do one fight real quick. Lust. She almost took out my Arachnean Weaver on my last fight that I fought this. But anyways, if you're fighting the Lust team, once you get up quite a bit further, if you have Obsidius, it would probably be a good idea to throw it in right here in place of a Lithian Servitor. I'm using Archmagus, which gives you a 50% mana start, and you also get 2 bonus purple mana when matching purple gems. And this team is very similar to the one I used last week with Life and Death. You're going to want, pardon me, I am losing my voice. You're going to want that extra life. It's going to help quite a bit because they start to hit pretty hard. And, well, anyways, we all know what Life and Death does. And Arachnean Weaver webs all enemies, does true damage to the last 2 enemies. If an enemy dies, explode 15 gems. Lithian Servitor does damage to all enemies and steals 2 magic from all survivors. And Umberwolf, which I am not using as a damage dealer, is here to just create a Darkstorm at the start of every turn, since you are limited to purple weapons and purple troops. And if you really need it, it will do damage to the first 2 enemies, and place Hunter's Mark, Death Mark on them, and transform into a Nosferatu. You will lose your Dark Storm then. But anyways, let's go through one fight, and let's see what Lust can do to me. Well, that didn't sound right. And then I will show you some troops and a couple teams that I made. And let's see. And it's not like last week where you have anything to help you with 50% mana starts on any of your troops other than your hero. At least I couldn't find one. So anyways, I will leave Life and Death full until that's up to 18. I'll cast Life and Death because Arachnean Weaver could not kill both of those now. And as you can see, Lust. Very nice job. If you have Obsidius, you definitely are going to want to use Obsidius here once it gets up just a little bit higher, or you're going to end up with a lot of dead troops. And I think that's part of why they put Lust in. See, this Demonic Lore, you get 22, whereas if you're doing the Vash Dagon fight, you get 5. So always choose the Tome of Evil fight if you can. And I said I did some Vash Dagon fights. That was on my other account. So I'll just show this one real quick since I already started it. I didn't mean to, but it happens. And that way I can talk more and completely lose my voice. And I don't want this video to go on too long, so now I'm going to... See, you get 6 Demonic Lore, as opposed to 22 from the Tome of Evil fight. So anyways, I'm not going to do this fight, but I will show you. these are the troops that you have. It shows you down here. Mage and Warlock, they're doing it by roll this time, and purple. So I will show you some of the troops that may be useful, and then I'll show you a couple teams real quick. Atlanta does do damage to all enemies. Let me see. Enchantress, little lower level would be good for maybe a starting team for low and mid-level players. Elamogrim, I tried to get a looping team going with Elamogrim. I just couldn't do it, even with Umberwolf. And we all remember that old Guild War team. Fallen Valdis, yes, it does. Lithian Servitor actually does quite a bit of damage, so I do like that one. If you want to go with a, what do they call that? The Madness Storm every turn, the Raza might not be a bad idea. Magnus does do damage to all, so does Medea. And Obsidius I mentioned putting in here when you're fighting the Lust team once they really start hitting hard. Queen Mab does damage to all unless they're immune to mana burn. Queen Titania, Starflower may be a good choice as well because it does damage to all. There aren't really any good phase here, but there's a 20% chance to turn an enemy into a pixie, but it also summons a random fae. So if you're losing troops up front and you have Starflower in the back, may not be a bad idea. As well, Umberwolf, which I'm using right there. Vanya also does that and summons a Silver Necropolis troop. If you don't have life and death and you put Vanya way in the back and you lose a troop up front, there you go. And Venbarak as well. I'll show you a couple teams real quick, and then I can go rest my voice. And this one I am using Orb Weaver and Venbarak up front. Basically I would just leave him filled and not use Venbarak, and then Trickster Shot. You can eliminate all that armor, and once you're doing damage, your magic just keeps going up and up and up, and since your metal does 160% spell damage, that would work out rather well. Medea as well. Enchant all ally daemons and barrier all ally mystics. You could choose a class that turns that into a daemon or a mystic, but it does have self-enchant, and it's with Orb Weaver, they can't target that with spells. And then Vanya, in case you lose a troop. And these are all mix and match teams. You can fill in what you don't have. And then this one I'm using Archmagus also. This is kind of more of the starter team with Black Manacles. And it does damage to all enemies and a 20% chance to devour a random enemy. A Lithian Servitor is only an epic, so you could get that with Chaos Shards. Medea is a legendary, but it's pretty good. These are where you want to mix and match with what you have. And then Starflower down here for summoning a random fae if something dies. As well, you could also use the weapons Secrets of the Crypt and move that down to second place, and that would steal life from the enemy, and if someone dies it will also replace it with another troop. So that's the best I have for you today. I hope everybody has a great event and a great week, and if you enjoyed that, thank you, and throw me a like maybe, and I'll catch you later.